Well, today we're going to be working on this old International box truck here. We're not in the woods. It's mud season, and I got online there and bidding some online auctions, and so now I gotta go pick up some stuff anyway. So I have to get this this old truck out. It's a 2001 International, or 97 actually. I got a few of these. I get them mixed up. That's a 97 International 4700 box truck. It has a, let's get this open here. It's got the it's got the 7.3 in it. Yeah, International 7.3. It's not really overpowered, but pretty reliable motor and decent on fuel. But the size of the truck, it's not like a Ford pickup. You know what I mean? A Ford pickup with an International 7.3 in it get you between 10 and 15 miles at a gallon. This thing probably 8. But yeah, so that's what we're working on today. It's automatic, juice brakes. Not a big fan of juice brakes, but beggars can't be choosers. You got it for the right price. And I'm not a big fan of the automatic either, but like I said, price was right. It's got a 16 foot box. It a Morgan. It's got a lift gate, and that's what we're gonna be working on today. See the lift gate? She's all rotted out right here. Bad. Like, that thing was been shot since I got this truck, and I haven't fixed it. Let's see if I can get that to flop down. Show you what happens. See if we can knock the camera over. But yeah, pick her up a little bit. So yeah, right here, that rot has caused this right here. This is actually, I think this is pressed down, and this is bent down in right here. So what we need to do is we need to put a new support in there and get that pushed up, and take the hammer and get these so that they're, you know, kind of even. Because what happens when you roll a pallet jack out, the wheel always hangs up there, so you really got to push it to get over that little hump. It's kind of just a pain. Plus, who knows how long it'll last like that. We don't want her to fold up on us. But yeah, so that's the project for today. See how much video of it I get. See, open this box up here. Haven't looked in here since winter. Oh, there we go. Gotta sweep that out. Gotta go way down to Buffalo. Long drive. But yeah, so that's the box truck. We gotta get this lift gate thing sorted out today. Let's talk about auctions. I don't know about you guys, but I really like a good auction. You know, I buy a lot of stuff. I think I'm gonna use it, or a project, or whatever, and then I never get around to it. So here's a good example. I bought this old, I don't know. It's a Kubota diesel. Little Kubota 4-cylinder. Oh, there goes a piece of it. Who knows what that was? I think I bought this thing probably a couple years ago. Tarp's disintegrating, so I'm gonna have to put a different tarp on it. But yeah, I bought this a couple years ago. It's a little Toyota 4-cylinder diesel. These are bear dogs here. We can get those all, but yeah, it comes just like this on that little, I don't even know, pallet dolly thing. And looks like somebody else had an idea, or they were going to do something with it and never got around to it. Sent it up to the auction, and I paid $170 for this thing, this motor on this pallet with this tank and stuff. And I was like, oh, I got me a hell of a deal. But that was 2 years ago, or probably a little more, and it's been sitting here ever since. I don't even know if it runs, but. And then we got a transmission jack. I don't know. It's been sitting here. It wasn't this rusty when I put it here, but This is for big trucks. It's a Heinen Warner or something like that they call it. And then, you know, it's all this stuff. I mean, I got a barn full of this stuff. Just buy it up. I think I'm gonna do something with it and put it in the barn, and haven't really done anything with much of it. Like these 2 generators right here. We might get these out and do little videos about them. I'm not sure, but I bought these 2 generators, and then, you know, got pretty good stories about coming and get them, but I'll probably save that if I do a video. Then there's that truck, that trailer, that Durango, bad boy, piece of junk. But yeah, so that's how it usually goes for me. Buy stuff, think I might use it, and it sits. But I remember back when I was a kid, my dad, I was probably 6 or 7, took me down to the auction. First auction I ever went to, live auction. You know, I like those much better, but they don't have so many of them anymore. They're always online. But went down there. Old Charlie Poole had died, and it was this estate auction. And he bid up on this cream separator, way more than it was worth. I think he bid like $200-300, but that was back in the 80s. And he was in a bidding war with another guy. So he gets home, and well, Mom told him, take that thing back and sell it to the other guy. I don't know, I think he did, I don't remember. I mean, I was a kid, I don't really remember, but yeah, that's how that auction went. But anyways, yeah, just a quick side note about auctions. So there's the rot, but I'm gonna replace that whole piece, and I got this piece here, right here, to replace that. I got it cut the length already, and I gotta get this old one out and see how it's welded in here, here, there. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I might get the torches out and try to wash those welds off. I don't really want to mess this plate up any more than I got it, but who knows, probably will. And get those all out of there, and then try to get most of this piece off and get it cleaned up. And then I'm gonna have to cut these back a little bit, probably another inch, because this is a 2x2, but I wanted to get a little extra support in there. I have to cut this handle off. I don't know, it looks like some torching. Hopefully we got gas enough for this, or we'll be going down to Napa to get some more. So I'm gonna get my tools out and get ready to roll. Well, that metal is crappy. Be careful today, it's a little windy, a little dry out. Probably should have water out here. Cut it right into we'll see in a minute. I think we're better to cut right into it. Wow, that rust is really just bad stuff. That's not productive. What do we have going on? Is it welded underneath of there? I don't think so. Let's take a look here. See if we've got welded underneath. Yeah, it looks it. Oh, what we got here is we've got they're welded on the underside. I don't know if you can see that. Right here, that's a weld. There's a bunch of them in there. So I decided I'm gonna take a grinder to those because I don't want to really damage that decking plate any more than I have to. The stuff isn't very rugged. It's kind of like, I don't know what kind of metal it is, but it's just like, it melts through real easy, and it's, I don't know. So I'm gonna try to grind those welds off, I guess, to get that rotten 2x2 out of there. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work. See if jack stands are better like that. Let's try it. Better. Something to, so that way when we start to hammer it, we got, yeah, that'll work better. So when we do the hammering, it won't be all on that piston. Now we gotta find the hammer on the ground. Alright, let's see what happens when we do this. Not a whole lot. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to do something. Ooh, hey. Huh? That's not going good. Try something else. You know, try a couple pry bars. See what happens. That's all bound right in right there. So what we're gonna do, now we're gonna take the torch out and try snipping that. It's about the only thing we can do. This is how this stuff goes when you're working with this old rusty crap. Uh-oh. Now I got a new plan. So we were able to get that with by torching it. So we're gonna put a pry bar down in here down in here, get this kind of pushed pressure back towards here, and then we're gonna try to wash this rusty metal out of here with the torch and see if that'll work better, because grinding it didn't work. The welds go all the way up in. So there's the setup there. We've got this pry bar pounded in here, putting some pressure on it, and then we're going to cut right along in there until this pops free, and then we'll move down to this one wherever they got it welded on the backside till we get this thing out of here. Looks like we got it. A little bit holding right there, maybe. There we go. Whoa! That was awesome. Here we go. So yeah, this plan right here seems to be working. So I'm going to keep on doing that. Gonna wash that metal out of there till that pops out and move on to the next one. Yeah, there's some guys out there that, you know, do this for a living, and they can they'd be a lot quicker at it than me. I'm just a logger with a set of torches and a welder, and I just always start doing something and keep on trying different stuff till I find what starts working. But yeah, I'm not the most efficient at this, but we'll make it happen. guess I finally did it there. I burned a hole in the deck plate. See that hole? I mean, it's going to be covered by that, but maybe I can fill it in with a little weld. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Yeah, I got to get that off, and keep on working my way down. Well, we got most of it off. Did some damage on the deck. Burned a hole there. I don't know, burnt something over here. And a little hole over here too. This stuff's real rusty, and I'm not too good with them torches, so combination of that, but whatever, we'll do a little welding. Yeah, I gotta still get this part and get this cut, those two cut to the same, so that 2x3 fits in there. And then I gotta clean this up too. I don't know, it looks almost like there's a second piece of metal on there. I'll clean it up down there and cut a piece out and put it in there. I don't know, it's one of those projects. We'll clean it up and see what we got, I guess. Same as over here. I don't know, it's like there was a solid piece or something. But yeah, so this didn't really go as planned. Well, come back from lunch here. I guess this thing didn't finish itself while I was gone. So I gotta get to work on that. Take the torch, wash some of this out, get it all cleaned up and ground, and bring it back in when I get it all set. Well, we've done a bunch of grinding, some more torching, and cleaned it up about as best as we're gonna get it. And that piece fits in across there, but we need to cut these braces down. I don't know, I say 2 7/8. Maybe we'll have that way we got a little bit to weld on that. So I need to measure down 2 7/8 and wherever that lands and cut these off and grind them. And also this is bowed in, so I don't know, I'm gonna probably try to get the BFH out and hit it in there and see if I can get it to move out, so that way it would be more flat. So we'll see. Well, I'm gonna hit it right in here and try to bowl that back out. We'll see what happens. That did something. Hopefully it did what I wanted it to. We ought to hit it again for good measure. There. Who knows? We can always hit it back down once we get the piece in there. Well, we've marked right there to cut. And right here, it's 2 7/8. This is a 3-inch piece of square tube, or I wouldn't call it square, but whatever. And we'll make it stick up off of here about an 1/8. I don't know if that's how it was, but I'm thinking probably gonna regret that. Who knows? But maybe we'll tack it in and then try it, make sure it works. That way we don't fully weld it. Well, let's do a preliminary fit up. See what we're working with. Looks good for my house. A little too far down over here by the look of it, but still doable. Well, yeah, looks good. So we got these cut down to the right height right here. Still pretty hot, and I'm gonna do some grinding. And over here, well, I messed that one up a little. Still, the weld that was right here was messing me up. But yeah, I'm gonna do some grinding, maybe a little more washing with the torch, get that cleaned up, and then we're gonna try to fit that piece up. Hold that like that for now. Look at this one. Bringing her right in. Got a pretty good gap going though. Now all I got looks down there. Should have cut this a little longer by the look of it. Yeah. Could tunk it that way a little. Try to split the gap. Ouch. Guess that would probably split the gap. So we've got this clamped on. So we got a gap there. And of course we got this big gap because there was a double piece there. When I measured, I didn't count for that. So we've got a fairly good size gap to fill right there. It's not ideal, but I don't have another piece of metal. It's Saturday and the shop is closed where I get this metal from. And that's pretty good there. And that isn't half bad either. It's just right in here. But we'll get it because I gotta head out Monday, so and this needs to be done because I got to sleep most of Monday so I can drive all night. But yeah, so we'll try tacking it and welding it together and setting it down and looking at it before we weld it all the way up. So yeah, here's what we're working with here. It's a Miller Bobcat 250. I don't know, I bought it probably 10 years ago. And I've used it some, not a lot. But I cut the exhaust off when I put it in this truck. What I should have done is pipe the exhaust out, because it's, look at it. Plus you can't even breathe in here if you get in here with it for any amount of time. But these last a lot longer when they're undercover, so that's why I keep a tool truck that has a roof. The water really raises hell with them. So I'm gonna this thing hasn't been started in a while, but I'm gonna get my leads out and then I'll bring it back in when I go to start it, see if it's even gonna start. I think it's been closing on a year. So one thing I like to do before I get to welding is disconnect the negative battery terminal. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but they say when you're welding you can blow your alternator or something if you don't take off the battery terminal. I never believed that, so I never used to do it. And then I did a bunch of welding on my skidder one time. Sure enough, my alternator was shot. So yeah, I'll get this battery terminal off and then we'll get to doing some welding. So we took off the negative, well, took off the negative terminal. It's way to the back. Of course, that's where it would be. Then I was looking at this and I thought this was the positive terminal, but it's not. It just goes to a post over here for, must be for jump starting. The positive terminal's way to the back as well. Well, we got the negative terminal disconnected off the battery. We got the ground on here. They say that you should ground closer to where you're working. I don't know, I'm not a professional, so probably don't listen to me, but you should keep the ground close to where you're working. That's what blows your alternators, when your ground is further away. Now, I don't know, maybe it doesn't blow your alternator, but I don't feel like changing the alternator in this thing. Well, there's the welder, so we're gonna see if this welder will start. I haven't used it much at all. I haven't used it in almost a year probably, so we'll see. I put a new battery in it when I put it in here, and that was probably 2 years ago. So we'll try it out and see what happens. See what we got for wire. What are we on for the? We're on stick positive, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, okay. We're on 80 to 100 amps. 30 seconds. We'll turn that up to about 4. We'll see if we don't blow holes and stuff. Now, choke out. I don't know, 1.8. It's pretty old. See that? I don't know how it doesn't work that great. Probably if I had a rod drying oven or whatever, but it'll work. Professional welder probably wouldn't be easy. we got here, we got it welded in just on the two ends, there and there. We haven't done any other welding. I wanted to check it to make sure that it went down as it was supposed to, which it does. But you can see I burnt a hole there when I was torching there. Not too bad there, but look at what this metal, I don't know, this diamond plate stuff is just the crappiest metal known to man. It's hard. I've worked with it before and it's just awful. I don't know what they make it out of. It sure isn't like you know, like that square tube. It's not the same kind of metal. But yeah, my welding skills leave a little to be desired. Looks a bit like bubble gum, but we're gonna get what we can and hammer that down as flat as we can get it and tack it like it was. And but we'll finish up underneath first. And I'm gonna have to plug the battery back in because I'm gonna have to move this lift gate up or down. But we'll plug it in, move the lift gate, unplug it. I don't know, I really don't want to change the alternator. Especially not, I might not even notice till I'm halfway to Buffalo. Okay, so we've raised it up and I've unplugged the battery again. I want to be able to work on these right here and over here. I'm not going to be able to do anything with this till after I get back from Buffalo. I'm going to get another piece of metal, probably, and run it right in here. Give it a little more strength. But I don't have that, and I'm not going to be able to get to it before I go. I'd like to fix that hole though. We'll see, I turned the welder down. I tried fixing that hole, it's just blowing the hole bigger. Well, nothing welding on the underside. You can see I got some weld on there anyway. It's like bubble gum, but that's the best I could really do. Probably should go and get the slag off of it before. But yeah, so that's all welded on the underside. I gotta put this down and do the top and call it a day. What I want to do is get some pieces to go from like here all the way up into there. Weld them in here and along there, or maybe something like that. I gotta get something to fill that in because I'm never gonna be able to fill that in. Take a long time and it won't be a very good weld. It's not worth doing, but I gotta have this thing Monday so I can get headed down to Buffalo. So this is gonna have to be what it is. It's definitely way more rugged than it was. Because there, right there is the old one. Well, we done on the bottom, on the underneath, and we got to get up here and do some grinding. I'm gonna grind this stuff off. I'm gonna grind this right out so I can get down to that, and grind all this down. So it's gonna be a minute grinding. Yeah, look at this mess. I'm gonna try to. Well, that one, see, that should have been up a little higher, but I don't know. do some grinding, get that opened up so we can weld that all in where it goes. And then this job should be, well, we'll beat this thing down as flat as we can get it, and then we'll stitch it back together like it was. And then this job should be done for now. We're gonna have to deal with the underneath at another time, but this should definitely be a huge improvement on what we had. Well, we've done some grinding. See down in there? We got that so we can weld down in there. And I'm gonna fill out a little hole there. And this little hole here. And then this one here. I got that opened up some too. I got that piece of crap down in there. Let me get that out of there. There we go. See, that's opened up some. When I get to burning, it'll burn the rest of this off. Should be able to weld that into there best I can. Fill that up. It'll be easier to do that since it'll be on top, hopefully. But this is the kind of metal, as you can see, it's just garbage. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna plug in the battery, plug the battery back in, and get back on it. So we're done. I'm about done this for today. I got it all done. It's good enough. I mean, the welds They don't look the greatest, and I need to get a piece of metal to get in here, strengthen out. I mean, it's strong, but it would look better if that was closed up. This is really where all the weight bears on these. But yeah, this thing, she's in rough shape, really, this lift gate. I mean, this is pretty ripe, that's pretty ripe. Those are a lot, that's a lot thicker, so it's a lot more rugged. But really, by putting that thing on there, we just put some lipstick on a pig, as far as I can tell. But it'll get me through, hopefully this summer. And yeah, we'll check out what we got here. So there's what we got. It fixed this problem here. This was all bowed down, and right in here, this was all bowed. And it raised hell with the pallet jack, because you roll your pallet out when you're unloading the truck, and the wheel would catch here, so you have to give it a real big shove and get out here. And sometimes it almost seemed like the thing was gonna go right off the end, but we fixed the little holes that we blew in here, and got that strengthened up. So all in all, it should work good. We get headed to Buffalo Monday night. You won't see this. I'll be back from Buffalo before I get to editing this. But if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I don't know how much, you know, whatever projects I get up to, because right now we're in mud season, and mud season in Vermont is a long process, unless you got a dry ground job, and those are few and far between around here. And I kind of like mud season. I get to do some projects and tinker on some stuff, and we still got money from winter, so you know, life is good. But yeah, we're gonna do some stuff here. Probably not any more of this, but we got this wood splitter over here, and you know, in a couple weeks I'm going to be doing cut and split firewood, so I got a whole bunch of work to do to this. So I'm gonna make a couple videos on that, and maybe we'll play with that one a little down there, who knows. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Point, just barely crossing into New York. This is the bridge over Lake Champlain in Vermont. It's like 3 a.m. Headed to Buffalo. Probably won't get there till 10 or 11. Kind of dark, can't really see much. There's a welcome to New York sign. So yeah, I'm headed out to Buffalo to pick up that stuff I bought at the auction. It's probably 3 a.m. I'm hoping to be there by 11, but you never know. It's a long ways from here, and this truck ain't none too fast. I'm gonna be out there for a couple days. That's the Canada border. I don't know if you can see that. Just this light off. There's the Canada border right there. So we're right up next to the border. This is Rouse's Point. But anyway, that's what we're up to. Well, I'm on my way back from Buffalo. I'm actually between Syracuse and or Rochester and Syracuse on I don't know, this is Route 104 or something. But I see this old place here, so I decided to stop. But yeah, so this is what the truck is full of stuff. Who knows what it is? It's just open. So yeah, we got all kinds of crap in there. I don't know, crap mostly, but whatever. We'll have to pick through it sometime. Yeah, I see this old place. I said, well, that place looks kind of interesting. I figured I'd stop. So check this out. There's an old truck stop. See the sign up there? It's been Abandoned for quite some time, I guess. There's a sign right there. The tree's growing up around the sign. You see that? It's an old cap over on the sign, but looks like, well, whatever that was $2.99. Kerosene. Who knows if I'm supposed to even be over here? It says posted. Oh, there's some tanks. Anybody need a boat? Probably free for the taking. Looks like there might be some well, no, those aren't underground tanks. They're all above ground. Maybe that's why the place is closed. Look at the roof. I think that roof is done. There's the old gas lanes for the trucks. The landau. Huh. Probably used to be a nice place. Posted. Look at that. Yes, we're open. Somebody went in there. I don't know if we're supposed to go in there. Probably not. Broken glass everywhere. Probably shouldn't. Whatever. Holy shit. It's in rough shape. Showers. There's the old counter. Wow. This place is in bad shape. It's like somebody wanted to paint it sometime. We wish to thank you for your patronage and appreciate any suggestions you may care to make. Huh. Well, I didn't even want to go over there, but maybe. The whole place falls down on my head. Wow, look at this. There's your coolers. Most of the roof came down in there. Huh. Well. Yeah. What a nice place. I gotta get out of here. Getting cut. Yeah. Huh. Kind of windy out here. At a pizzeria. It's like a little restaurant. And when the last time this was open? Oh, somebody's broken in there too. Probably won't go in there. Well, I don't know. It's unlocked. I'm not going inside there. The old pizza paddle. Anybody need a pizza paddle? Here's the prices. Eggs and toast, $2.50. Steak and eggs, $9.50. Huh. This place seen better days. walk around on the other side and see what it looks like. He'll probably come over here and kick me out. Well, that's about it of this. Well, we can go up to this door. Need a neon sign. I don't know what it says. Strictly forbidden. Nice little flowers on that tree, whatever that thing is. Huh. There's the bolt. Probably was a happening place back in the day. Old fuel pump. It's a little rusty. Husky. See that? Huh. Well, yeah, so who knows? Just figured I'd stop on here. I don't know why this place closed. Maybe the traffic wasn't on this road anymore. Businesses went. Who knows? But that's this is pretty much a good example of the state of New York. I mean, everywhere you go, you find old abandoned businesses and stuff like that. It's pretty much, I think, over-regulation. They regulate you to death in this state. I come over here, and of course I get pulled over by the DOT yesterday, and well, he's, you know, why, where's your sticker and this? I said, I'm picking up personal property. So once he realized he wasn't going to be able to do the old logbook and inspection and all that hassle, he decided to write me a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt. So he wrote me a ticket for no seatbelt and let me go. But yeah, I got the not for hire. Even if you're driving a pickup truck, they pull you over. So I don't know if any of you guys live over here. You might know the rules on this, but what happens if you got your logo on your truck, your login? Do you have to have a medical card to drive your pickup? Do you have to keep a logbook? I don't know. I don't understand the rules here. In Vermont, anything under 25,999 or whatever is non-commercial. As long as you're, it's non-commercial, so they don't hassle you. Like my firewood truck and this, it's all non-commercial. But over here in New York, it's like everything's commercial, and they want a reason to write you a ticket. I'm going to get back up on the road and get over to Vermont and yeah, get this thing parked. And this has been a 2-day trip. These are always fun.